Welcome to Africa Knowledge Project. My name is Azoka. It's so good to be here and to be talking to all of you wherever you are in the world. So thank you for showing up. Well, I wanted to talk about Africa Knowledge Project. What is it? Well, Africa Knowledge Project publishes academic peer-reviewed journals on Africa and the African diaspora. Diaspora is really anywhere outside the continent of Africa where Black people live. Uh, so, and that is anywhere. So, whether you are talking about the United States, Europe, Antarctica, yes, um, Asia, wherever Black people are, that is the diaspora, and the continent is the motherland. So, what we focus on is on publishing scholarly articles on Africa and the African diaspora. We do this through 5 of the academic journals we have, as well as 4 curated databases that we publish. So one of the reasons why we started Africa Knowledge Project really is to make space for the type of knowledge that doesn't seem to appear in a lot of mainstream places when you talk about Africa. So it seems like the knowledge production, the process of creating knowledge on Africa really leaves Africa at the table. Africa is not even present. So we have all these places around the world where people take ideas and concepts and they try to use that to theorize Africa. And Africa is a really huge continent, and it becomes very difficult because all these areas that are being used as a way to interpret and understand Africa doesn't actually look at Africa at all. And so one of the things that we do here at Africa Knowledge Project, we give prominence to articles and papers that really centers Africa and makes Africa present at its own knowledge production, and insists that Africa Knowledge Project insists that Africa has to be present in this way. And I think that is very important because if you look at the field of African studies or African studies, the trajectory of that field is really one that doesn't look at Africa holistically. For example, someone can go to Africa, go on vacation, come back, and they become expert. But I can't imagine the same would be true for me. Like if I go to France and I say voulez-vous, and then I come back, I'm like, oh, I'm an expert, so I will not probably be accorded the expert. So what we are saying is that for us to really understand Africa, for us to really engage Africa, Africa needs to be present. We have to use African ideas, African concepts, iconographies to theorize about Africa. We have to go within to theorize and not using external ideas. We also have to move away from pathologies. It's very easy to dwell on things that isn't forward moving or isn't forward looking. And I think sometimes you have a lot of that. And we as people have to move beyond that. So what Africa Knowledge Project is really a place where you will find Africa-centered and evidence-based knowledge on Africa. You will find research articles, you will find reviews, interviews, and a whole range of information on Africa. So we are based in upstate New York, in Endicott, New York, which is the former home of IBM. Now, IBM has long gone, but they have polluted the area, I have to say that. But they were a big corporation. And so we are here in Endicott, and we are saying that we are really focusing on Africa from our side of the world and really birthing a new space whereby we can talk about Africa, do Africa in a way that isn't the norm. So I think of Africa Knowledge Project as swimming in a river. Now, everybody is swimming here. And when you swim where the current is going, things are easy. You sort of flow with the current. but we are sort of swimming against the current. And that is a challenging part because it's very easy to do Africa in the way Africa is being done previously, in the ways in which you will find articles and knowledge sets that really doesn't engage Africa. That's not the kind of knowledge we are interested in producing. And unfortunately, that is what most of the knowledge out there is on. Now, there are other places and other institutes that sort of focus on the kind of things that we do. So there are synergy going on, but there's not a lot of it. So, but our goal is to create enough ripple so that swimming against the current will be a lot easier. And it also provides a platform for scholars as well as for graduate students, at least to get their foot started in publishing. So my name is Azuka, and I'm from Africa Knowledge Project. And I will see you on the next video.